Mental health is not a luxury, it's a necessity. In today's fast-paced world, taking care of our mental well-being is more important than ever. We all deserve to live fulfilling lives. Sometimes achieving that means investing in ourselves. This investment can take many forms, from therapy sessions to wellness retreats. I'm talking about a significant investment. I spent $20,000 on my mental health. It wasn't an easy decision, but it was a necessary one. You might be thinking that's a lot of money. You're right, it is. But when it comes to mental health, the returns on investment are immeasurable. But let me tell you, it was worth every penny. The peace of mind, the clarity, and the overall improvement in my quality of life have been priceless. Investing in mental health is an investment in your future. It's about building resilience, finding balance, and ultimately, living a happier, more fulfilling life. So, if you're considering making a similar investment, I encourage you to take that step. Your mental health is worth it. Let me explain why I invested $20,000 in my mental health. A few years ago, I hit a breaking point. Burnout, anxiety, sleepless nights. It felt like my life was spiraling. I had two choices: ignore it and keep suffering, or invest in myself. I chose the second. This wasn't an easy decision, but it turned out to be life-changing. I didn't just wake up one day and decide to spend a small fortune on therapy and self-care. It was a gradual realization that crept up on me over time, like a shadow slowly growing longer as the sun sets. The stress of life, the pressure to succeed, and the constant bombardment of negativity took their toll. Every day felt like a battle, and I was losing. The weight of it all was crushing. I started noticing the little things that were chipping away at my well-being. The sleepless nights, the constant anxiety, the feeling of being perpetually on edge. I knew I couldn't ignore it any longer. I was overwhelmed, exhausted, and felt like I was drowning. Something had to change. I couldn't keep going on like this, pretending everything was fine when it clearly wasn't. The breaking point came when I realized that ignoring my mental health wasn't an option. I had to take action, not just for myself, but for the people who cared about me. I started by acknowledging that I needed help. It wasn't easy to admit, but it was necessary. I began to seek out resources, read books on mental health, and talk to professionals who could guide me on this journey. I made appointments, attended therapy sessions, and slowly but surely, I started to see a glimmer of hope. Investing in myself was the best decision I ever made, and it set me on a path to reclaiming my life. My mental health journey hasn't been linear but a roller coaster. It's been a roller coaster of ups and downs, twists and turns. I've battled anxiety, struggled with self-doubt, and felt lost at times. There were moments when I felt completely overwhelmed and unsure of what to do next. But through it all, I've learned the importance of seeking help and building resilience. I realized I wasn't alone in this journey. Many people face similar challenges. Seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. It's about recognizing that we all need support sometimes, and through therapy, meditation, and the support of friends and family, I've found a way to navigate the ups and downs. It's a continuous journey, but one that has made me stronger and more resilient. Remember, it's okay to ask for help. You're not alone. I decided to take a holistic approach to my mental health. Mental health care is still surrounded by stigma. Many people think it's a luxury, not a necessity. Even when people know they need help, they face barriers, high costs, lack of time, or fear of judgment. For me, these barriers were real. I questioned, is therapy worth it? Should I try medication? Will people think I'm weak? But I realized not getting help was costing me far more: my happiness, relationships, and health. This meant exploring different avenues and finding what worked best for me. Therapy was my first step, followed by medication, wellness retreats, and a dedicated self-care routine. Each element played a crucial role in my journey to well-being. I learned that mental health is not one size fits all. It's about finding the right combination of tools and strategies that work for you. Group therapy and mindfulness workshops also became part of my routine. Breathing exercises and art therapy were surprisingly effective. I also found value in self-help books and mental health podcasts. Reflecting in nature and keeping a gratitude journal helped me stay grounded. Sharing my journey with others was both therapeutic and empowering. Ultimately, it was about finding balance and integrating these practices into my daily life. In this chapter, Chapter 5, I want to dive into my inner world therapy. Therapy provided a safe space for me to unpack my thoughts and emotions. It was a sanctuary where I could explore my psyche without fear of judgment. Each session was a journey into the unknown, where I discovered parts of myself that I had long ignored or suppressed. My therapist acted as a beacon of light, illuminating the dark corners of my consciousness. With their guidance, I navigated through complex emotions and thoughts that had been tangled up for years. My therapist helped me identify negative thought patterns and develop coping mechanisms. Therapy wasn't always easy. There were moments of intense discomfort and vulnerability, but it was through these challenging moments that I experienced the most growth. It required me to be vulnerable and confront uncomfortable truths. Each session was a step towards healing, even if it didn't always feel that way at the time. The process was gradual, but with each passing week, I could feel the weight lifting off my shoulders. The rewards were immeasurable. The sense of clarity and peace that came from these sessions was unlike anything I had ever experienced. Therapy taught me that it's okay to seek help, and that there's strength in vulnerability. Chapter 6. Medication, balancing my brain chemistry. Medication wasn't something I initially considered, but it proved to be a valuable tool in managing my anxiety. It helped to quiet the constant noise in my head, and allowed me to focus on my well-being. Medication is not a magic bullet. It's important to work closely with a healthcare professional to find the right medication and dosage for your needs. Alongside medication, I found that therapy and support groups were crucial. These resources provided me with coping strategies and a sense of community. Mindfulness and breathing exercises also played a significant role in my journey. Incorporating gratitude and spending time in nature helped me stay grounded. Finding joy in small activities and connecting with loved ones made a big difference. Ultimately, balancing my brain chemistry was about finding a holistic approach that worked for me. Chapter 7. Wellness Retreats, Finding Serenity and Strength. Wellness retreats provided a much-needed escape from the daily grind. They were sanctuaries where I could leave behind the stress and chaos of everyday life. Surrounded by nature, I was able to disconnect from technology, reconnect with myself, and focus on healing. The serene environment allowed me to breathe deeply and find inner peace. These retreats offered a variety of activities, from yoga and meditation to mindfulness workshops and nature walks. Each activity was designed to help me find balance and tranquility. Each experience nourished my mind, body, and soul. The combination of physical activity, mental relaxation, and spiritual growth was transformative. Journaling and group sharing sessions provided additional layers of reflection and connection, deepening the overall experience. Chapter 8. Self-care, the foundation of well-being. Self-care became the foundation of my mental health routine. I incorporated practices like daily exercise, healthy eating, quality sleep, and spending time in nature. These small but consistent actions made a world of difference in how I felt. I learned that self-care is not selfish, it's essential for maintaining my well-being. I also found that reading and taking relaxing baths helped me unwind and de-stress. Engaging in creative activities and hobbies brought joy and fulfillment to my life. Spending quality time with loved ones and laughing with friends was equally important. Practicing mindfulness and doing breathing exercises helped me stay grounded and present. Writing in a gratitude journal and reflecting on positive moments enhanced my overall well-being. Ultimately, these self-care practices created a strong foundation for my mental health. Last chapter, Chapter 9. Was it worth it? Absolutely. Investing $20,000 in my mental health was the best decision I ever made. It wasn't just about the money, it was about prioritizing my well-being and taking control of my life. So, here's what $20,000 taught me. Prioritizing mental health is the best investment you can make. It changed how I see myself and the world around me. You don't need to spend $20,000 like I did. Start small, talk to someone, journal, or try mindfulness. The first step is often the hardest, but it's worth it. The journey wasn't easy, but it was transformative. Therapy sessions helped me understand my thoughts and emotions better. Meditation and regular exercise improved my mood and energy levels. The changes I experienced were profound. I became more resilient, self-aware, and capable of handling life's challenges. The financial investment was significant, but the returns were immeasurable. Group therapy sessions were particularly impactful. Sharing my experiences with others created a sense of community and support. Seeking help is a sign of strength. Today, I walk with confidence and a positive outlook on life. Remember, it's never too late to start investing in your mental health. If this video resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need to hear this. I'd also love to hear your mental health journey. Drop a comment below. Let's support each other and break the stigma together. Take care.